What's up, guys? Got a new video for you. Today I'm going to show you how to install a tailgate light bar on your truck. Right now I already have one installed, but it started to leak. It was not the best quality one, so you can see all the water inside the one that's already on the truck. This one here is made by Mictuning. So this is their 60-inch made for like full-size trucks. And so what's nice about this one is it's a tri-row, so it's got the hazards, the brake, and the reverse, and they're all separate. So whenever you put your hazards on or your blinkers, it's got the sequential pattern, which I'll show you here in just a second. Really bright brake light, and then you got your super bright reverse light. So what I like about this one is I've already compared it once right before I started recording this, but the LEDs in this light bar here are just so much better. So what we're going to try to figure out here is how much brighter it is. So this is the biggest difference here. If you notice, the strip is like sequential, but it cuts off like halfway and like stutters. And the Mictuning one's just a lot brighter, and the sequential portion of it just seems to do a lot better. It doesn't have so much of a strobe. We are going to be hardwiring this here in a minute, but one of the biggest differences I noticed was whenever you unlock your truck on the eBay light bar, which is the one behind here, whenever you unlock it, the Mictuning light bar lights up red, and the light bar behind it does like a sequential yellow. So it's kind of neat, but if you can, let's see if I can get you in there. If you notice, it looks really dingy. Down at the end there was a lot of water, but just the quality of those LEDs aren't the best. So we're gonna get those replaced. So since we are replacing the harness and we are going to be hardwiring it, the first thing we're gonna need to do is take out the spare tire. So if you don't know where your spare tire equipment is, it's under your passenger seat. There's a little bag with all the things that you need to take your spare tire out. So we're going to take that out now and then continue with the installation. All right, once you've got your spare tire dropped all the way down on your piece here, you're gonna push down on this wire. It's gonna come out of the little joint and then pull out. So your spare tire is held in by this. What I mean by pull up and push out is you will pull up on this, flip it to the side, and then it'll go through the hole. And then whenever you're finished, it'll lock back into place on there with the spring and hold your tire. All right, so now onto the fun part. In order to hardwire our tailgate light bar in, we're going to need to take this connector off. This is the connector that goes to our trailer harness. So we're going to be taking this off and undoing all the connections for the old one, going back on over through everything and cleaning it all up and redoing it correctly with the new light bar. To get this connector off, it is kind of a pain. The connector is up here at the top, and the clip right there is kind of hard to press, but you really have to press and pull, and you got to pull pretty hard because for some reason it doesn't always want to come undone from this clip here, so you really have to pull. So don't be afraid to pull it, you're not going to break it. And then the next thing is this part here is what holds all the wires in place, and it is tape. There is tape wrapped around it. Once you take all the tape off, I kind of just halfway did it. You got two clips here, and then this will pop off. But what it does is it keeps all the wires going in one direction, and that's what keeps all your wiring kind of in order. That way you're not getting your wires binded up or anything like that. So whenever you finish, we'll tape the wires back up to this gray connection on here. That way we can keep all the wires looking nice and neat. Okay, so now that I've got the wire kind of undone, I can show you here. The easiest way I've found is if you take your wire and get it to focus. If you take your wire that you've stripped just a little bit, if you take a screwdriver, put it in the very middle of the wires and twist, then you can put your wire through and twist your wire around and then tape it up. and that'll make a good solid connection there. Now on your new light bar, what you're going to want to do is you are going to want to cut this connector off. Cutting this connector off makes it easier so you can use these wires. So you'll have to cut and then strip these wires, and then we'll hardwire them back into that. If you don't want to cut your harness, Mictuning is smart, and they also send us an extension harness. What this does is you can hardwire this in and have the connector up on your tail light. That way you can connect your light and you don't have to worry about cutting anything, and everything splices right in. In case down the road, let's say you wanted to replace your light bar, or something happened to it, or for some reason you needed to connect a trailer or something crazy, you have the option to where you can connect this into this instead. That way you don't have anything connected here, and it makes life a little bit easier. Now that your new tailgate light bar harness is all wired up, the white wire on the harness will go to the brown wire, the yellow wire goes to the yellow wire, green wire goes to the green wire, and then for the white wire on the harness, we're going to plug it into the black wire on this. So black to white, brown to white, yellow to yellow, green to green, and then the reverse wire I'm going to show you how to hook up next. Install the reverse wire. We're going to take out the two screws holding in the tail light, pull the tail light out, and then you'll notice I've already got the wire run. But what we do is we're going to tap in to the tan, or I guess the orange and white wire. That is going to be your reverse wire. That is only if you have the stock LED tail lights. I'm not sure what it is for the halogen tail lights, but for the factory stock tail lights, it's going to be that orange and white wire. That's what you're going to tap into for your reverse. Just look at the difference in the LED chips. Now granted, the top one has been on the truck for, I would say, 6 months, which isn't very long for one of these to look as bad as that. But look at the difference in the LED chips versus big difference. So I think that's gonna make a big difference at night, and especially the reverse light. So I think this one here was bright, but this one's going to be brighter. All right, now that everything's in, just want to test it and make sure that it's all working. All right, once everything's finished up and you've got all your wires tucked away, whenever you click unlock, you'll get a red light sometimes. Whenever you hit lock and unlock again, you'll get the yellow light. And that just means your truck is unlocked and locked. So it has it set up to where it does it a certain way. So I'm guessing one click is unlock. And when you lock it and then you unlock it again, all the lights do a flash. So truck does it a certain way, but you know what? This light bar is still 10 times better than that other light. So I'll get some night shots here in a second of the light bar itself. And if y'all are interested in this light bar, I will leave a link to it down in the description. And make sure to go follow Mictuning on Instagram. It's Mictuning2. Their first Instagram got hacked, so make sure to go like their page. And other than that, make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment of anything that y'all would like to see me do next. And look forward to seeing y'all next time.